But they still rebounded within that series. So that's why I still think 9Z have definitely got their hands full tonight. But if 9Z are going home and at least winning a map of Counter-Strike, it should happen here and now on Overpass. And if Dust 2 was our decider, then I would, be a little bit more hopeful. Mirage is still a huge question mark, but at least for Overpass, this should be and needs to be 9Z's best showing. Without their coach, having swapped out primary star operas and in-game leaders coming into this run at the Major and still being here, it is do or die tonight for 9Z. Overpass underway.
Yeah, Dust 2 would have been a banger over in 30, 40 rounds for sure.
That's what I wanted, but I think Liquid did a good job of dodging it.
Yes, they did. They dodged it smartly. We haven't seen Liquid implode, so I don't have any doubts about Liquid at the moment. We saw really strong Ancients. We saw them come back into the game. We saw them take control. We saw plenty of good rounds, lots of inspired setups. As opposed to uninspired CS, which we talk about sometimes. And I think Overpass would be a good redemption for them as well, their image overall. So,
especially to just put that, that further gap between that.
Oh! Clapped.
Lucan, nice P250. David's coming in big with the double Glock. And we've got oSee now on doors. One headshot to his name, but quick trade and a quick pistol after what was an initial blanket of silence. Everybody was comfortable, wrapped in bed. Shocks, what you doing?
Who was it that did the flip-up headshot? Okay, Max gonna clear it. Oh, he doesn't clear it? Okay. Will the bomb come to B?
Thump, thump.
Does Max in an... Okay, it's crazy that Shocks does not know how far this man... The whole time, man.
Well, something could have been magical, but instead, it's kept simple and cut down short. 9Z, take T-side pistol.
Yeah, that was a good one. Look at that clap from Lucan.
Yeah, that was clean, man. And then
short control.
This sudden battle that unfolds outside connector. Shocks. If only he had looked up at, a few seconds sooner.
Yeah.
But that's not the point of the play.
Or, any time at all.
And that's not how he got that far. Buy-in from Liquid. Scout on a Liege, MP9 for Shocks. The old League on oSee. Nice grenade to kick it off with a bit of damage here versus Max. Shocks going to push up close versus David. He's done it again. He's just going to shoot him in the back of the head and double down into Lucan. Not to mention, Max is still heavily tagged in this instance, so DGT with the response is pretty big.
That was a bit extra. Oh, that's a little bit extra, guys. They're 3-on-3. They didn't have all the guns, but they were still worried about Monster, and Max will recover that AK and bomb. Oof. Maybe it was an opportunity just to snowball that round, but the 2 MP9 kills from Shocks were huge, money-wise.
He must have been slimming down lately, dude. He's so thin.
He's getting sneaky.
Especially bottom of Ancient as well, when he tucked into the corner.
Same thing.
What you doing, Shocks?
Slim fast Shocks.
Bro, watch a Liege get 3.
I mean, he could get 1.
That's the first bit of damage. 2 players, a single shot, and they're dead. Oh, and he will get rocks at least, but nice little pack mentality there from 9Z. Everybody comes out. Everybody shoots down a Liege. And 2 survive for 9Z as they take their second round.
Yes. Very good recovery. Lots of money made, though, from Shoxy. But there won't be an investment. Maybe you can carry that up for oSee. Couple HEs here, bought up on the CT side. And another MP9, because that almost won the round last time. Let's go.
Yeah, it buys itself if you get 2 kills.
First nade goes into short tunnel. Bit too soon. And Max on the scout. Scouting mission. Not a scout, but it can be. The MAC-10, absolutely.
Yeah, the MAC-10ing mission. It doesn't roll off the tongue as much.
Yeah.
He's going to just stay pressed close. No rush. No stress. I mean, bomb is literally in spawn, so 9Z going to be taking their time.
Oh, they found Shocks. He's got that MAC-10 again.
Back's,
MP9.
Back's turned here. Max is able to slip out. Slithers his way into a fight versus CTs, but if the short ones come back...
Hold on.
oSee just got a USP kill. The connector player's dead.
They spotted all 3 now, I think.
Oh, bro, everybody's here for Liquid. This is a round they have no business winning. And the MP9's coming downwards. Look at this swarm from Liquid. Max is going to get 1 kill, and that is it. oSee with a couple on the USP, and Liquid just busts down the door. 9Z, how are you going to let that slip?
I feel like Liquid don't win rounds like that anymore these days. For months.
oSee too, man, keeping it. He's got. Listen, I think oSee's pretty sick with pistols.
Yep.
Pretty damn sick.
What about rifles?
Not awful.
What? So they're gonna say pretty sick too. Okay.
Not
anyways.
awful. I mean.
And then I was gonna go, what about op?
Now is yeah. I just want to see him on an op more than anything. I want to see them flex.
Flex.
Give me them sick flex.
Flex.
Solo AK here for DGT, the raid boss. Couple Desert Eagles. Decent util, you know, smoke that heaven, double flash the pop, everybody run in.
Strat's called. I love that.
Teach him who's boss.
But you know what? Oh, actually, yeah, Shox is on A.
Just do it.
Yeah. Shox isn't here. You can win now. Ah!
Nitro peppered down to half health.
Now they resmoked the monster.
T's still holding their nades.
They got time. They have time.
Liquid, while they carve out information on long A, haven't gone for that 4-player stack, but the consistency in utilities. Another smoke in Monster, another Molotov on short.
Now they're slightly running out of time, but there are no resmokes remaining for Team Liquid.
So it does boil down to Max's set of utility here. Double flash for the Monster side.
But look how ready they are. They're so ready.
There's one. Excellent. Elish fully blinded. Nitro yet to regain vision. Glock is coming wide. I'm talking 3 kills for 9Z. A rotate down from Shox in through connector. Bomb is going to arrive in time, but oSee's already posted. And he should be able to stop that. Shox, he's going to go for the peak. DGT, he doesn't cover. Still the plant is there. And Shox is now into the cover. DGT 1v2. Shox, little bit of pepper damage.
No.
And Shox may not be there to begin with. But once he arrives, all good.
They literally need Shox.
Tout va bien.
Tout va bien.
Trop facile.
Trop facile.
Magnifique.
Incredible.
Damn, baby, those two flashbangs.
That was messy as hell, dude. If Liquid lost that round, they would get eliminated from the major. That's the kind of Liquid we saw yesterday.
Recovery.
That was bad. But they had everything. They even made it look like it was obvious that the hit was coming. They had the 2 guys Monster. They had 1 rifle support on the pillar in the site, and then they all just died. I mean, 9Z, they did what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to wait, draw some utility out, no smokes remaining for the CT side, and then just hit Monster. He had no nades to do anything else, but it wasn't supposed to work.
And it nearly did.
If not for Shox. That oSee shot? Oh my god. oSee, what the hell, man?
Missed that sitter. But he's right back into the AWP and already pulling back from what was Initial's battered presence.
Simple wouldn't have missed that shot.
Zywoo wouldn't have missed that shot.
Brokey wouldn't have missed that shot.
Searson wouldn't have missed that shot.
Shiro wouldn't have missed that shot.
But oSee?
oSee would have missed. oSee did.
Objective truth. Elish decides to take a fight, gets his head rocked, and suddenly we've got DGT with a double again. And he's trying his damnedest to kick off this B site. Rotate, scrambling downwards here. Everybody from 9Z a couple of steps behind, and Shox is going to challenge right into the crosshair of DGT. 3 kills for him already. Naf's position unknown, falls down into the water, and that is all the kills to DGT. oSee hits the flick upwards. Bomb inbound. And oSee sticks around to deny DGT his ace.
Go for
5,
it.
I think not.
Damn.
But still an excellent round from DGT. And he was that solo AK in the previous round as well. So he's off to a great start. 9-3, 168 ADR.
Yeah.
9Z back to the lead, 3-2.
DGT.
You're thinking really hard what that stands for, huh?
this guy trucks.
Dem grande testes.
Okay. All right. You used my thinking time slot. That's not
Yeah,
fair.
I did. Yeah, thank you for holding that up. Meep, meep, move. 9Z back to the lead, huh?
The Roadrunner can also speak English, by the way.
Couple of goose eggs here on Liquid's side. Nitro 0 kills, Naf 0 kills. They'll get that sorted soon enough. But you wouldn't think they'd do it with such measly guns. This time they don't have Shox' MP9. They don't have that scout on a leash.
They messed up on a good setup again. They had the double monster ready for the hit. But DGT. Full stop.
Couple bodies here in connector. David looks for the melons. And they both get popped. Max as well. Easy does it here. Comfortable 5 versus 2 for 9Z to just convert this into the 4th round win. T side. Nice and easy.
Awkward money. They're going to buy, but it's not going to be lovely. And I think we're going to go no head armor on this one so they can get nades. Off, of course, comes through. And Nitro will pick up the rest of the nades and the kits, actually, absolutely needed to do that. So we'll instantly go on to the MP9 opportunity here for 9Z to snowball heavily. Rock down a slope if they win this round.
Heavy stack to the B side early, but just DGT going over there on his own. Boost afforded to Liquid.
Man, I almost...
DGT's looking for this, but oh my god, he wins that?
He's on one right now. He can't really be stopped.
He reads into that boost. And it looks like it kind of caught him off guard because it was like a really nice angle from Naf, a more passive one, used the brick wall to block off connector peak.
That's the leverage right there for 9Z. They're grouping up again. We've seen dead moments in the mid-round versus Liquid. Liquid have seen this NB in this exact same scenario previously. Holding on a short water's a nice response. Their double up on monsters haven't been working. And they think they might be ahead of this execute. Now they could still catch the late player, so the smokes come in. The site's going to be taken over. It's actually not the worst case situation, but they kind of want someone at least around in heaven to keep tabs on who's where.
DGT just throws an entire tool belt of utility and then just locks in deep monster. So oSee, he's waiting and he's waiting, but all the while he waits, it's just a B site taken from 9Z. So oSee finally decides to peel those eyes off of that short tunnel, and good thing he does, because he gets the better of Rocks. And with Shox finding Lucan, it is man advantage here for Liquid, not to mention DGT still so close to death at the depths of Monster.
I think they know he's there too, because oSee didn't leave the post.
Yeah, all those grenades were thrown and they never saw the cross. Elige looking for players within this site, but it is a really good job of 9Z to just press up closely. DGT will be found out. Now these players know that their flank is compromised. Max is deep on Graffiti. Oh! Nice second headshot into Nitro, and he finds himself into the 1v1. Elige comes off a bomb, and Max, oh, he's done it. A 1 versus 3 inside the B site to keep this ball rolling.
Oh, that second shot was so hot, Max.
Beautiful.
Clipped him, running up to the side of the site. Well done. Floor bang. And he's dead. And this getting things into place for the retake looked great for Team Liquid. They got the 2 kills, opposite side of the maps. They kept tabs on one guy outside Monster, but no one in the site, no one to put any pressure on as they were coming in. Allowed 9Z to get way too comfortable, especially pushing in towards CT spawn. They had enough players to lose. And of course, a lot of that just comes down to Max and his individual skill to win the 1v3, but that's also the space that was created when they saw the site was empty to begin with. And somehow an op can still be afforded, actually. Oh, no, Elige saved it from the last round.
Yes, sir.
And he's the one with armor, and it looks like he also has a mid spawn. So I don't know if he's taking the stairs or taking the actual mid peak, but he's going to do something aggressive with this. So it looks like he's going stairs.
He's got shocks glued to him. Liege. Oh, he lands the shot. Rock's alive. Wallbang damage makes the exit a little awkward.
Damn, he actually would have gone for a reswing if not for that damage.
Nicely done there from DGT. Just pressure him, scare him.
That op shot looked pretty convincing. Excited to see the Liege hybrid this round. That's a dink. But you can dink DGT. It doesn't mean that much to him.
That monster route so wide open. Smoke into heaven. Flashbangs just in case, but there is nobody here to stop it.
Rinse and repeat.
And now we're talking 6 terrorist round wins for 9Z.
Yeah.
8 rounds deep.
Yep.
At the very least, Op will be moved forward from a Liege, so yeah, sure. I mean, he landed his shot. That could have been the 5v4. But it wasn't enough to kill Rocks. DGT scared him away before the repick could come through.
The what?
The re-peek or re-pick. Or the like I said. Okay? Did I not speak clearly?
Yeah, I didn't understand what you meant. How do you say re-peek in French?
I don't know. And see, here's my shortcoming. People always ask, could you cast in French? No, because I feel like I would just start using all the English Counter-Strike words with a French accent. It's a repique. Hey man, il fait une repique. Faites attention, il va faire une repique.
So that means I can speak French too.
Yeah, it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it.
Repique.
You got to roll your R's, and we know you can't. No, that's stop. Stop that. Smoke.
That's, you know, that was the Brazilian storm.
Okay, yeah.
That we've been hearing about.
Yeah, we're waiting. Latin America's still on the map. 4-round lead over Liquid. What you got to offer, Shocks? He's currently the most successful player on Liquid here on Overpass. And he just gets through that smoke, uses it as an exit strategy, and tucks into the bathrooms. 9Z haven't showed us much love for this A site, in fact.
Yeah, it's been good though, right? Because they got that, even through the thickest B setups, they won. So Liquid kind of have no choice but to either like double down on it, find a new way to win. But when they went for short, 9Z still won. So this is just a gaping wound in the mind of Liquid, where they have to overcompensate for B, but they also have to think about A all the time. And we'll see if Liquid, or if 9Z finally pick the right opportunity to attack the A side as well. Because you know they're only doing it because they're supposed to. Very important for Liquid's confidence to win this. Otherwise, both sides of the map just fully compromised. And the op is here.
Nicely done from Shocks. Finds his impact.
The op goes down.
2 quick kills. Naf swings wide, able to get beyond the dumpster, into the truck with David in his crosshairs and a little bit more damage too. That's Max walking wounded. Lucan holding flank. And Nitro, if he's not fast about this swing, should be a dead man walking. Now it just falls onto the shoulders of a Liege, 1v3. And I don't think he likes his chances the way he's looking at this smoke. Dude. He wants to get out of here. And with that, a 5-round advantage for 9Z. They've hit this B site. They've rocked the A site. They've got this T side under wraps so far.
Yeah, now it's just whatever's easier. That was a solid A hit. They've done B over and over again. Bro, where's oSee at, man? He's gone missing. Those are, I was missing a couple of key shots. The other day we had some trouble on Inferno as well, finding some op impact. Doing more with a rifle, I feel like, so far in the challenger stage. That's not what I expected to see.
I think the majority of his kills so far on this map are from a USB. Got a 2K
on
USB,
the
man.
Pistol, or?
No, that force buy they won.
He has 5 kills, so you need 3.
Well, I'm not very good at math.
That was a big round, though. You're right.
Nitro 100% does have the same mousepad as Cello. I have now confirmed.
There's the Brazilian Storm.
Fact. Lucan getting vocal.
Yeah. But yeah, man. 9Z's T sides are awesome. Overpass is awesome. This is the map that they beat Vitality on. That was a big win. They're coming up with Try. It's definitely, yeah, map. They've got some massive performances on. I think it's the one that really made their team who they are. So very comfortable and looking like it. We'll say not the best form from Liquid, especially considering like when they're in position, they have stacked the right side. They know what's coming. It's just that they still lose. That's where it's a little worrying. Like right there, the rifle op setup, Shops getting a single kill, the op going down one bulleted to an AK. That's not acceptable. It's not going to work out in the long run. And that's not a problem with the setup so much as the individuals.
oSee and Shocks looking to tether nicely, but honestly, Shocks, he's about to get hit from the back. Frags go past him. Nice push here.
This
Shocks
guy
will finish off Lucan. And honestly, it's no guarantee that Shocks goes down without another, because he just took Max down to 15 health. Suddenly, Max wants to run for the hills. Oh, and the nade from Elige through the window. Woo! It comes off of short B. Like a homing missile, a bunker buster. Connector still being held onto here from Shocks. DGT wants to get into the fight, and Shocks has done a world of damage.
He did. He killed everybody. I mean, he dinked 2 people and got 2 kills. With the MP9 again, man, he's got so many kills with the MP9. Another half buy, low buy that Liquid win. Are you kidding me?
But if oSee can't land this shot, if they get past oSee, then the A site's compromised.
Okay, here it is, oSee.
Gonna play it nice and quiet. That USP, baby.
Oh.
Taps it to the head of David.
Now you're right.
Holds and waits. And the flashbang's not a problem as oSee locks this in. I'm simply a fortune teller.
4 kills out of 7 at least with the USP. And Shocks, all 10 have been MP9, I think.
Yeah, sure. I don't care if I'm lying through my teeth. All 10.
All 10 probably. No,
Liquid,
Shocks
man.
at least 6, I think.
Majority of these rounds by way of, I don't even want to call that a force buy, dude.
He had the MP9 round, got 2 kills. Then the next round, from the money, bought the MP9 again and got 2 kills.
2, 4.
That's 9.
Yeah.
Then he did this.
He got 6.
Yeah, like almost 36 kills with that one gun.
Shocks has 15 kills with the MP9 this map. That's more foreshadowing.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Can they keep it rolling? Listen, you know, Liquid, they're hanging on. You win a couple rounds like that, maybe you bounce back into this half, but any warning to 9Z, I'd say don't let that happen again. 2 maximum quota.
The oSee Shocks tether will be tested once again as the pincer on the A site starts to come in. Bomb is still left back, so they have the option to pivot with stairs control. They have a fast rotation, and no CTs have taken over short water as well. So in terms of time, 9Z are winning this position just slightly, but comes down to the op. And the pressure is mounting on oSee to deliver on an op shot. I'm going to put it that simple.
Shocks patience, man. Gets covered perfectly. Finds the one in the back. Woo, and almost just guns down everybody.
Oh, it's actually the flash from Max that catches Lucan somehow. I think it dropped out of his hand.
Oh, awkward, dude. 15 seconds to try and recover. Just call this one quits. Shocks like a statue cemented inside of that bathrooms. Off of the oSee coverage, goes for his play, guns down 2, and wins this one for Liquid. That's 2 consecutive victories and a 3-round lead now, all that separates Liquid and 9Z.
Yeah, that's much more solid for sure. It literally comes down to one op shot. For most, you know, sometimes all you have to do. So they do a good job there. And I really wonder if 9Z, because they don't have to, if they want to go back to Monster Hit. Because they absolutely have the capability, they have the comfort. They got DGT.
Gets through the smoke again. BGT, it's been a little lapse here in that big impact. This could be another one, but nope. Elige will find the better of him. Elige slowly climbing the scoreboard as well, looking to be Shox' right-hand man. And if you're killing DGT, then you're taking a big piece out of 9Z's puzzle.
Yeah, that's weight off the shoulders. DGT dead.
Shox just omnipresent in connector. Every round it feels like. And even when he's not, they're still cautious about it. You know, he's got an impression left and oSee.
Okay.
Now there we go, right? You said it last round, it hinges on that op shot.
Yeah. Simple also hits that.
Yes.
Brokey
Zywoo hits that.
Brokey hits that.
Shox. Ooh, puts his head on a silver platter. David's still wounded, but it's at least something from 9Z, a kill. And yet still more work to be done. oSee, nice. Just tracks David as he tries to get around that further corner. Lucan could be the next target for oSee if he decides to run this risk of a long peek.
They can't even get back to this bomb. It's too far away, man. It's too far away, yeah.
No need for oSee to go anything further than what he's done. He's won the round with that kill, dropping bomb, cutting it off from any attempted entry. And sure enough, 5 rounds now to the way of Liquid means that lead is disappearing.
Yeah, they're starting to find their balance a little bit. It's a little bit sketchy there.
Been a little while since 9Z have gone back to the B site, right? DGT on his own this time gets found out by Elige.
Yeah.
They started this half with B site success.
Yes, they did. Now that for that reason, they might feel like it's predictable, so they don't want to fall into that trap. And they did win a really good round on A2, so I think it's fine. There's still actually 3 rounds left. There's another buy coming in right away. There's always the opportunity to put that on. And I think if they had potentially won with that A attack, then, man, them potentially going B next round would have been even more scary for Liquid. So, but now, you know, one thing is I do feel like there's, you know, Shox is, it feels way more, comfortable by himself, but I haven't seen the tether setup work out that well. We saw one situation where, you know, an accidental team flash allowed Shox to get the multi-frag. But if not for that, it would have gone, you know, 1-for-1. That's not like an amazing hold on the A side or anything. So not too many successful moments where he's played inside of the bathrooms with oSee as the op. That's one thing. Inside of stairs, he's been indomitable.
Really being left to his own devices this round.
We've seen him do this before. Once where he held this position too long. Now versus this one fight. Oh, he comes back into the spot. It's actually a nice fight, but David gets a bullet through the sign into his head.
Through the post. He'll walk away with 10 health, David, so little bit of luck. Wallbang attempt from DGT's solo B play.
So you can see this is a round that Liquid were expecting it to be B. They left Shox up there. He was ready to full flank. You got to appreciate that 9Z, like you mentioned. Most of their rounds, they won over on B side, but they're still willing to continuously test A.
Woo! Tuck behind truck, man. Good piece of cover from Naf, but Rox finds the headshot. That's 2 players still low from 9Z, but at least that front side of the site, theirs for the taking. And utility to keep anybody at bay. Elige wants to get testy. oSee will round the flames. Oh, just missed what could have been that shoulder peek, dude. Feels like oSee feels surrounded, feels swarmed, and with 5 players still up from 9Z, understandable. 3 of them leaning over on long, and Lucan immediate headshot into Elige as he rounds that dumpster. Second counter terrorist gonna get past. oSee landing the op shot, but then is caught by Max, and that's just the numbers game. You peel a guy off default, you get your first kill long, you don't anticipate a second player so close, and DGT is still at B.
Here he is lurking. Okay, he'll go down. Yeah, they had a lot of things in place. Comes down to that first kill. They took the risk with Shox up in that spot. Doesn't always work. If it was a B-side hit, he would have been a nice fast flank. That situation doesn't pay off. And it's also a situation where, yeah, I mean, so far, it's a great half from 9Z, even though Liquid have mounted a small comeback overall. This many T rounds, impressive stuff.
I respect the insistence to get onto that A site. You know, I called it myself, dude. I was thinking, oh, go back B. Nope. 9Z. Keep him split. Curious to see if Shox is going to go back to a more tethered setup, but he's not even here, man. Instead, it's just oSee using that op with early vision.
They're waiting for it. They really want it to be B. They're finally going to, I think, get the round they're looking for, but doesn't mean they'll win.
We've seen 9Z get through this part of the setup with less.
Looks like 9Z will wait out everything. And they've got one guy throwing nades over on the A site to draw out utility. Make it look like this default is occurring once again. They would love to get a kill before the exact, but I don't think they care too much. Another smoke comes down. It's a full kit. It's a risky game, actually, that 9Z are playing because this is a fully stocked Liquid, and I think they should have been able to see that within the money. And now Liquid are going to find out for sure that it's not the A site. As soon as Shox doesn't see anybody lining up CT grenades outside bathrooms.
But there is one there, dude. There's about to be a fight. David peeks in.
Yeah, that's one.
It's a bit of a warning sign, but still enough
smoke,
utility
yeah,
to just keep them off.
For Liquid, for
They're
9Z
out.
to do that.
They're gone.
Yeah.
Oh, you just can't justify it.
Yeah, that was very risky. 9Z they tried to do that in the earlier rounds, but the nades were a lot lower for Liquid, so they could just wait them out. But that's not something that should work versus a good team. And Liquid got the signs. They got the map control back. They slowly worked on it.
That's got to feel so disappointing if you're 9Z. You never get to pull the trigger.
Look at all the nades they're holding on to.
They're
They
just
didn't
waiting.
use it. Oh, I just want to throw these somewhere.
What are you going to spend all that money on next round?
Yeah,
Actually,
well,
there's not much money.
Yeah, and definitely a gun and some nades.
One man re-equipped, and one round still to go here. Close halves been the name of the game this series. Looking for a second 8-7. Both teams putting up solid T-sides on their map picks.
They shouldn't be so scared of losing people defaulting towards A before they end B. I mean,
Ooh, damn.
wow.
Deadly nade damage. Another frag goes deep. That's Max down to 29. Then the wall bangs start coming through, so caution for 9Z on the short setup. Max goes back around towards Monster. Ooh. Not far off the mark, but Nitro stays
Thick-ass wall.
and comfortable. Got them bamboo sheets. oSee about to be tested on long. Shox walking up. Maybe being out of cover here. Oh, there's no coverage. Shox still able to get the better of David. And then oSee will come back from the bathroom's peak with the second kill for Liquid on long. He doesn't waste any time either. Just immediately falling away, drops the smoke and goes silent.
Yeah, worried about getting hunted, but he's done what he needs to do to safely escape.
And he gets all the way back by the looks of things. Rock's trying to follow. Currently CT split 2-2. DGT still inside a short water, man. He's been here since the start of the round, it seems. And yet he's seen nothing. Rock's blocked off by utility. We can't just let this round fizzle out like it did in the previous because it's the final of the half. And by losing Lucan up at the top of mid, Rox comes out. Bomb has been dropped. There's still enough time to recover, but Elige has other ideas as it is 7 CT victories for Liquid. 9Z's lead at the end of T-side still stands, but by a measly single round.
Yeah, pretty decent overall. You know, they won some rounds that were really hard to win. They weren't supposed to. Difficult execs. They had some solid defaults. A couple of rounds were it's a little bit too predictable.
Yeah.
Not much there.
It started to get really slow towards the end.
Yes, excruciatingly so. And yeah, looking pretty comfortable. Great moments from Shox, especially early on, to secure them any rounds at all. This could have been a much worse half.
Agreed.
So I think the 7-8 is really accurate for once. You know, it represents exactly how much of a battle this was between these two rosters. And I think it's fair to say 9Z played slightly better.
Well, we'll see if they can just lock in this victory on their map pick. Does not feel like a shoe-in. Be a hard-fought battle with everything on the line here. Elimination starts to creep into the back of your head. One half that could make a difference for your career, for your life, for your dreams. And David, dead, down on the long fight. That's a man advantage for Liquid in the second pistol, and Naf just waits for nobody. Crawls and tumbles his way through Monster.
He's moving in. He's going to clear out headshot in a second.
Very open B site. 9Z, they want that retake, but they're already a man down. Luckily for them, DGT gets the better of a Legion connector, and that opens a route.
Oh, reverse boost into heaven.
Very cool.
This is money, actually. There's nobody up here. Shox can turn into a flank, and they planted for him up here. It looks like open. No, did they?
Yeah, it looks like left side of pillar.
That's an insurance policy.
Nav's gonna have to serve up a distraction. Shox just waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Now they know about him.
God.
They know. As Lucan tucks into the cover, he needs the reload. Shox goes in, and now that post plant just seems... Oh! But he comes back and gets popped by Rock, who's now on top of Bomb, but oSee chases it down, and Liquid, that lead has evaporated 8-all.
But hey, nice shot, Rox.
Very cool.
That was cool.
You know, better than Rox's shot was Shox's play. Jumps right up there. Also, Naf serving a distraction too, just really kind of locks it in. And poor Lucan, right, goes for the reload. Never, you're not in heaven. If you're in heaven, you feel like reloading's the safest thing you can do.
Right, that's yours.
If anybody gets to reload, it's the guy in heaven.
Yeah, once I open those heaven gates, I'm reloading all the time.
9Z gonna have to take this one on the chin. USPs only. They're gonna have to channel their inner oSee.
You know how much I like this angle. Let's just put 4 guys in it.
Yeah, fuck. Oh, excuse me. I got all excited, man. Counter-Strike.
Why'd you say fuck, man?
I didn't. Mac 10, making money. Shock's gonna pull them into a Liege. He's gonna pad those stats. And Liquid just looking to win this one without a single casualty. So far, so good. 9-8. T-side starts off well, but the real test begins here with 9Z getting onto the weaponry.
Yes. And the CT side will offer you, in exchange for waiting, all half silenced M4s. Nothing feels better
than an A1S.
I want a silenced M4 for Christmas.
I don't think we can buy those.
I have no training.
Yeah. But I have a lot of money.
And heart.
And I promise to do what's right. Naf promises to apply a bit of pressure to the B site. Shox inside a connector will die. Looks like Max will be his counterpart this half. Max, ooh, just sliding wide into oSee, takes half of his health down, dude. oSee now at the helm of this scoreboard, 16-7.
Don't praise him, dude. He missed twice in the first half.
Well, we'll forget about it. If he keeps the dream alive. You know, Astralis was 0-2 in Stockholm and still came back 3-2. Moved into the Legends stage of the event.
Who else is 0-2?
Who?
Cloud9.
Oh, no.
E-League Boston 2018. Feels like yesterday.
Lucan. They're getting closer. His time to shine. First one's easy. And then he just dives back. He's going to give them space here. Sight entirely taken. DGT doesn't see that Naf just jumps into the corner with that Mac 10. And because Naf plays it so fast, I don't think Lucan would have been able to really raise the red flag on the play. Oh, but Rox gets the headshot. Through the smoke, down goes Naf. They've at least dealt with that close one.
Yeah, 2 good guns here, but oSee is very low on default. He'll have to hit this instantaneous headshot, sliver angle between the dice and Optimus. 2 CTs on his left, can't even see him.
Nitro comes back from bathrooms. There's oSee's first in this 2v3. Now the counter-terrorists continue to crawl towards him, and Nitro just looks to lock in what's left of this very minimal bomb timer. Rox is going to jump on it, but he has 3 health, and so a single shot will do the trick. Nitro closes on the A site.
On the gas pedal. Let's go. They pulled it off. Nicely done on the 2v3. And yeah, oSee picked this fight really well. Top of the scoreboard, did you know?
I did.
So it
Don't
shows.
sing his praise.
It shows. I agree. I wish I could talk like that.
Yeah, man, you can't even speak French.
Arrête. Okay, get off my back.
Can't even roll your R's. Three-man boost.
Oh.
Shox so ready.
Man, they did it so smoothly,
yeah,
too.
I was like waiting for them to fumble it, and then it would be predicted, and then we'd sit here and, you know, we'd cancel them.
Oh.
But man, oh man, Shox instantaneous. And then the utility that follows suit. And real deep is Nitro. He's going to give you no wiggle room, no chance, no nothing. Zilch.
Cadian promised that Liquid would qualify.
Cadian?
Yeah, he said they will.
Taking one for NA, huh?
Yeah, what a madman. It's a grind. You go, you know, 0-2. Oof, it's a grind.
It is.
Three best of threes.
Yeah, but you know, wouldn't be the first team in major history to pull it off.
Yeah.
And also BO3.
That's true. You do. You don't even make history. What's the point?
Don't even make history. It's actually not that big of a deal.
It's just barely cool. Oh, that's ruthless. 9Z on death's doorstep, man. 3-round difference. Liquid are playing well. They survived a couple of awkward rounds.
Crunch.
Let Liquid slowly crawl back into this game, and Liquid's just, they look more resilient today. They look like they have more resolve. So it'll be a tough beast. I mean, their CT side wasn't perfect, but now we're switched over. That doesn't matter anymore. Max moving in for the kill. Very aggressive in the middle, calling out all this space. How far will he go and how fast? Oh, very fast. Wow.
Now, how did Liquid react to that? Did they just try to...
Yeah, it happens early, but...
Hyper-aggression? Yeah, they're just going to try to pummel their way through this line, and David's here to trade it. Lucan back through connector, Nap over top of the fire. Felt like Liquid just, they needed to go. That's what they thought. And oSee still with a chance in the 1v3. Kills DGT inside of the bomb site, has separated these 1v1s for the time being, but an eventuality...
Oh, a shot's missed.
In Max's arrival. Good thing for Lucan, he's able to stay alive for now, and oSee sees a chance to reroute his way through that A site, peek in from Max to end his hopes, and Liquid stall at 11.
That was huge for Max because he got the kill on Shox. It was calmed, and he ran all the way back to site instead of going through stairs, potentially, which was another solid option for him. So no surprise to see oSee running knife out, just in case that was, in fact, what happened. And if it was, then he'd still have a chance to lose, right? Still 2v1, but at least he gives himself a chance. So tac pause called from Team Liquid. Right there, they got cut off. A solid info gathering play from Max that pays off super quickly, and if he didn't push through on that timing, he wouldn't have even caught Shox right away. But it might have been even worse for Liquid, right? If you just walk that flank. I mean, if you get that kill very early, still a extremely winning position. But if you had just stalked his opponents running away, they would have never seen it coming on that timing, and Liquid might not have been able to get into the site at all. I think there was incentive there for Liquid to go back and span the map once again, and Liquid are not lazy. They do that, and very often. But in that situation, they had already started expelling grenades and didn't feel like there was any good reason to go back when they could still win 4v5 on a B exec that was already taking place.
A couple of players down in connector here. Max in front of it. Shox looking to work around the smoke. Oh, Max, he dives behind the stairs, gets a second in a liege. Yeah. And connector belongs to 9Z. Oh, he drew Shox into that one. Flashbang looked good, but Max looks better. 3 kills as now Lucan looks to just turn the attention with the op into Liquid's slow walk through party. It is over for them in this one.
That's crushing. Max putting his team on his back right now. So we saw in the most clutch moments, Max was the guy who stood above the rest. On Dust 2 in their qualifying game to get to the major, to qualify the qualifying stage. Yeah, he was the guy. I mean, he was the guy in overtime. He was the guy in the final rounds of regulation who didn't seem to be affected by any pressure. You know, the former right hand of Try. A real leader on this team.
We'll see what you got left in you. No bomb. Just wants to hang on, and DGT's got other ideas. See you later, sucker. Smoke. Or shadow, rather. Big advantage. Easy lock-in. 10 rounds for 9Z. We're in the back third of this one.
They actually approached stairs correctly. They had that long kind of... They threw the hard flash off the wall to make it so it was really hard to figure out when to turn from. Max dealt with that, tucked into the stairs. Shock just had a really bad spray. Had a chance, though, to get that frag. But then Max turns into the 2 frags right after, so... He doesn't need any help right now.
Making plays, right?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I would have understood if 9Z kind of just turtled up a little bit and kind of just lost out to Liquid, but these proactive moments in the last 2 rounds of the CT side, it's comfort that I see. And with comfort comes confidence, and with confidence comes kills. Rounds right behind them. Looking to tie this up at 11. And I felt like that's exactly what happened on Ancient. It was 9Z to just kind of suddenly look stunned. Eyes glazed over. Liquid take the map. But Liquid have seen nothing. 9Z.
Just making sure Max isn't right up their tail.
Yeah.
Getting ready that flank. And hey, man, look at the B side. It's quite vulnerable. They'll walk it towards short. The rotations are slow. I think it's a timing where, you know, 9Z do want to reinforce now. Short is pretty open. The setup isn't much without support back in CT, so lots of pressure here on David.
They're not coming down just yet. David with the gun out. Good. Ooh, bad flash, in fact, from Naf. Hold looking solid. Rocks able to use that USP to deny Naf any further footing, and Nitro 5 health means he shouldn't be able to do too much, but apparently doesn't get the memo. Rocks DGT.
Oh, he should go die. Wait, whoa. Is there a gun for him to get?
I don't think so, but he's going to die right here.
Okay.
And that one's that. 11 all, folks.
Yeah, which is a little tech nine. It's not going to do you much.
Little pistol, need a
Get rid of it. It's good to die when you are on T side with just a tech 9 in your hand.
Get it out of the way. Like a Band-Aid, you know? Pull it off quick.
Yes, rip it off.
11 all, 9Z. Dream is alive. Team looks confident and competent on this half. Still lots of work to do, and as the flashbang pops, the CT setup shrinks. Max has been left on his own.
Yeah. Let him work. Max is the man to watch. All the information. He's the only player pushed in every single round. I like that they're not putting too much emphasis on Lucan, letting him play back. Could have died in that position, actually, with the way he took that duel. But oSee let him live. They're just constantly trying to set up Max in all these different engagements. And his Liquid wait outside of the B sites, you know. So I think while they search out the rest of bathrooms, they're just remembering that they haven't touched stairs yet. This might be worrying for Max.
They're just avoiding him, man, like the plague.
Well, I think it's that they're coming for him late, you know, and that's the worrying part for him, because now they see that they've cleared out all his support positions. Well, what happens here with Max? But the bomb is going back, actually, around through spawn.
oSee's still nervous about it. Maybe these B players come down connector, or do they just completely dodge him?
It's actually not that bad, but look, Max can actually hear now that they're running over top of him. You can see their CT rotations out of B, and he walks back into this. They're playing blind. Max gets punished, and we've already got Nitro taking a lead to hit the A site. Smoke comes down in CT. They're going to jump in and try to defend.
Lucan, tough spot.
Oh,
but,
what a shot!
Wow, he snaps that into Nitro. And oSee's looking for the counter pick, but it's actually David that goes into the scope. There's still a player close, but blinded by Naf as he burns Lucan, and the flank is also stopped. That is Liquid with perfection.
Damn, what an attack. That was beautiful. I mean, even though Lucan's shot was something to behold,
Perfect.
that refrag from oSee was just as nice. On the outside of truck, that was so fast. It was like basically a shoulder that he took out, and all the nades landed in the perfect spots with the flashbangs to follow. The spacing was tremendous. Everything looked good. And that's where an exec shows you, even an overstacked site, you know, that you're going to get punished for trying to not retake in a position where you weren't in position early enough.
Max goes back. Elige comes to the left of the smoke, and that is the end of Max. Figured out early. Man advantage here for Liquid. Chance to pull ahead on this T side. Chance to bottom out the CT economy and just roll through what's left of 9Z's major life.
Yeah, Liquid are playing smart, man. We saw this at the end of Ancient. They started to recognize where 9Z aren't doing things after they find a bit of space. Max was finding that space. Now they're punishing Max in his plays. Is there anything more than Max for 9Z in terms of getting information? And here's one look from 9Z. To try to bring back this 4v5.
Could be something.
We almost never see a kill coming from this boost. You do get information, but it's risky because the stairs door could open. There's no one in stairs to protect them.
Yeah, they give it up. DGT instead looks to move forward here. He is very much alone, and there are 2 players here. oSee starts to leave. Naf's shoulder's been spotted, but Naf, he swings out just wide enough to dodge that damage. And that is such an invitation to this B site. Rox decides to peek. He gets himself 1 kill and a ton of damage versus Elige, but now that is the activation from Liquid. They come sprinting in, and Lucan, with David by his side, have to somehow hold them back. And as the bomb jumps into the site, oSee's going to give great coverage. That was an invitation to David, but he has now left Lucan on his own. Lands the shot, the flick up into Nitro, but the sidearm's not enough, and that's Liquid puncturing into the B site. Everybody surviving with just a little bit of HP.
Yeah, but it was just desperate move after desperate move. You know,
absolutely.
DGT comes into, you know, not a winning fight for him, but he knows that it's still 4v5. It's a worthwhile risk. If he gets that duel, wins it versus Nafla, he knows where he is in the fence, then at least it's going to be hard for Liquid. They have to win back outside Monster to set up. They might have to go to the other side of the map. So that was a worthwhile position. But then Rock swings on Monster. Then David runs into the site. Then they have everybody coming in for individual engagements. And that's where I think Liquid they're going to feel good when they see 9Z participating in engagements like that.
Ooh, but Nitro gonna offer them something here. Shox looks to take the place, and that is 2 kills right back from Liquid.
Yikes. Hey, Nafly and Shox have 13 HP combined.
Oh, but Elige gives great cover. That's his 19th and 20th frag, trying to be right up there with Shox and oSee, and that 3-man cohort for Liquid right now is enough to pull ahead 14-11. 9Z. A painful reality starts to sink in.
Very much, and I hate to bring up something positive about Liquid right now because 9Z are on, you know, potentially their exit from the tournament in this 2-0, if it's going to happen. But Liquid are playing very well right now. They've identified how well Max was doing. They saw that beyond the support that he's gotten in the way of utility, in getting him into spots, outside of that, there hasn't been anybody alongside of him. They've decided not to fight him right away in some of these spots or punish his overtly aggressive moves like we saw Elige do with that deep smoke in mid. And then when they see that nobody is around, they eventually get to him. And now without Max being able to be comfortable doing those plays and with nobody else and no dynamic setup around him with other players involved, it feels like 9Z are running out of ideas to bring this game back. They still need 5 whole CT rounds. There's so much money here for Team Liquid. And it is admirable and impressive that Max can get so much efficacy out of these motions that he's going through. But at the same time, again, Liquid, they're playing very cerebral right now. They're respecting Max, but they're also countering him and calculating and figuring out exactly what he's doing and how to get around it.
Gonna have to try and shake things up. 9Z off of the tack pause. Their major hopes on their map pick still alive. Confidence has been dented. Elige at the front of the pack here for a quick long control out of Liquid. It seems like they are confident in what they want. Their mission, move forward.
Oh man, 9Z have no idea.
Nope.
And these nades are going to dampen the sound as well as they start to run up even deeper towards long. And they are set up turtled inside of the bathroom, so they won't be spotted as this cross comes to the site, but they are not going to be fully aware that long has been overtaken just yet.
Oh, now it's just 2 players, 2 CTs boxed into this position, and the rotator comes up unsuspectingly, dies to DGT. Alige, he keeps it so clean. From long A, that sprint, he knew what he wanted out of the gate, and he took it by storm.
Damn.
DGT never sees it coming, gets deleted off of Dumpster, and then you saw that frantic situation for 9Z inside of the bathrooms. Even with them being able to put up a kill with Max, they were just boxed in.
They had no idea how bad it got. They know
Nowhere
he
to
must
run.
have run, but they were not in a position to hear him. It was all a ruse. Liquid punished the fact that 9Z haven't had these long setups either. You know, Luke is being basically out of the picture. In the early rounds outside bathrooms, he hasn't slowed them down from divider picks. He hasn't slowed them down from the long picks.
Right out of the gate.
Wow.
Right off of the timeout. Team Liquid, dude, out called.
Yeah, another solid idea, execution, great calling from Liquid. What can you say? They are playing great CS right now. But hey, it seems like 9Z are still focused on what matters. That's just bringing an idea to the next round. Yes, they don't have that much to work with.
4 rounds.
But they still have to play.
4 rounds to send 9Z home from the Antwerp Major, and it is Lucan right back at bat. oSee's gonna miss his shot. No chance at the immediate refrag, but he finds the player in the background instead, and that is Alige lending a helping hand, taking over the top of the board for Liquid. There is still somebody here, and that is DGT. FAMAS in hand. A first peek from Alige, and it is clean, dude. Alige does not want this 0-3 run to be with Liquid's name stamped on it. 9Z, a tough pill to swallow as they try to keep those major hopes in mind. 2 versus 4, but Shocks, he gives them a chance and then takes it right back.
Damn, and this will come down to Rocks. Elimination match, an absolutely heartbreaking way to go out.
You know, and these guys have had to try and survive so many different trials and tribulations. They lose Tri, their star Opper, they change IGLs. Lucan's addition still gets them to the major, which is a victory in and of itself. But then they lose Zach, and ultimately here, not able to replicate the performances from the NA RMR. They are a 0-3 team in Antwerp. Liquid's hopes